Hello to the future. Gabriel Saint, director, artist, working out of Los Angeles, California. And today we're going to be doing automatic drawings. Today I'm going to be using Photoshop to do my automatic drawings. Just using the standard brushes. All right. The technique we use today, we borrow from a little thing called pareidolia. It's a phenomenon which people see faces in random patterns. I'm going to hijack that instinct in my own brain and your brain to make this art. First, I'm going to lay down a series of random scribbles in order to trigger the pareidolia in my own mind's eye. And when I start to see a face, I'm going to reiterate it. I'm going to lay down some scribbles in a general shape of what a face might look like. Then once I've got that random pattern down, I'm going to take a moment and see if I see a face. Do you see a face already? I bet you do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reiterate where some pupils might be with just some really fast, sloppy sketches. I'm not going to be judging myself too much at this point. The edges of the eyes, the pupil, another tear duct here, edge of an eye here. I've got to make a decision where the bottom of a nose might be. Put some shadows there. Maybe a shadow below a lip, above a lip, in between a lip. Corner of a mouth over here, corner of a mouth over here, corner of a mouth down here, maybe like an ear canal. And you can already see that a face is definitely starting to come to life. Then I'll go back and I'll take some scribbles and I'll put some more around the eyes to cause some more contrast here. We'll do the same thing on the nose, around the mouth and the chin. Anything where we want the eye to go, we'll do more. Anywhere there's more contrast, your attention will always go, whether it's music or drawing or painting or anything. High contrast demands attention. If people talk like this, it gets real boring. But if people talk like high pitch and low pitch and fast and slow, that makes it more exciting. That's contrast too. So now I'm going to use my blending brush. Use it kind of like a blending tool. And in my YouTube videos with charcoal, I use a paper towel. What it does is it brings out some gray area. What's up, buddy? That's my man down there. I use the blending tool to just kind of bring out some gray area to give about some dimension to the drawing. If you look, that blending tool really does a lot of work. It instantly starts to look three-dimensional. Sorry, here's my buddy. Mike's in his way. So yeah, I'm just kind of bringing some gray area out here. Okay, and then we'll go to the white. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some highlights in these eyes right here to kind of like really wake up that face a little bit. Let's go back to our dark brush. When you use the blending brush, it kind of lowers the contrast. So you got to go back and bring that contrast back up. When you add those darks and those lights and a pupil, it really changes the drawing. So we'll go down here and kind of reiterate maybe where some nostrils would be. Kind of like darken these areas here to really make some decisions on this mouth here. I think it's going to need a little bit more attention like this maybe. Probably just put in some shade on that whole lip like this. Go back to our blending tool, something like that. That's looking a little nicer. You know what, I always do this, but eyebrows are the windows to the face or something like that. But once we put some eyebrows up in this bad boy. What's this guy's name? What is this guy's name? Maybe Trevor? Let's call him Trevor. And that's it. It wasn't too bad. But this drawing is kind of fun. Put some splatters in some specific areas. Like hit that cheek right here. Hit that cheek. Kind of looks like a little bit of freckles maybe. The tip edge of his nose. Also kind of just like in some areas we want to bring up some shadows. Yeah, my man Trevor. There he is. There he is, y'all. There he is, y'all. All right, so let's do another one. Please, I need you to go down to the link in the description and check out some of my other work, some of my other art, some of my paintings, some music. I'm a feature film director. Okay, buddy. Holding for man. Crazy cat. Let's just get back to doing another drawing. All right, first things last. Again, what we're doing here. First thing we'll do is lay down some lines and random patterns to trigger pareidolia in my mind and yours too. And when I start to see a face, I can stop and reiterate it. Okay, I think I see one. Do you? So let's add some pupils. I think maybe here and here-ish. Maybe the nose is here. You know, I'm not trying to judge too much right now. I'm just trying to let the drawing fall out of me and just kind of see it for the first time, just like a viewer might. You know, and also, like, if it's not working, I'm not thinking about the drawing as a whole. I'm kind of just identifying the individual features, adding some extra contrast. Corner of one eye, tear duct, corner of the other eye, and then I'll just add some more scribbles around that eye, add some more scribbles around that eye, maybe around the nose, just to add some more details there, around our mouth area here. Let's go ahead and add the eyebrows while I'm thinking about it. Add an eyebrow here. You know, sometimes it's fun to add like some squiggles here above the eye, above the pupil. It kind of implies eyelashes. This mouth is kind of set off of this nose, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to widen the shadow of the nose, maybe add some more scribbles over here, or maybe that'll open up the drawing there to the mouth. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to do is take my mixer brush and I'm going to start smudging. This is kind of like a pushing charcoal around on a sheet of paper using like let's see, I'll show you, a blending stump. This tool kind of replicates a blending stump, like one of these guys that you use with charcoal. But in Photoshop, it's called a mixer brush, and I just turned the flow way down. Alright, so now I'm using my mixing brush to kind of blend things around and bring a third dimension out here. Alright, and that should bring a little bit of a third dimension out of the drawing, but it also is going to soften some of the black areas. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my main brush and I'll bring those dark areas back out, especially in the eyes here. You know, kind of some ideas of where a nostril might be here. Nostril could be here. Shadow in the mouth. Maybe we need to move the corner of that mouth to like over here. Same thing here. Will that save us? Hey, buddy. Meow man. I hear you. Go back to our blending brush. Blend around a little bit. Alright, take our highlighter out here. Go back to add a little bit of a highlight in the eye here. Add a little highlight in the eye here. A little highlight on the nose here, maybe. Bring out his bottom lip here. Some more shadows out here. Just kind of bringing some more details out where these eyes might be. Man, my brushes are all over the place today. Not my favorite drawing, but it's a drawing. And that's how you get better. You keep going. All right, so let's do another one. All right, boom. Starting over. Going to our brush tool. Give ourselves some random patterns. General shape of a face till I see a face. When I see one, I'm going to stop. We'll go back and try to find that face. We'll kind of do the order a little bit different this time and see what we come up with instead of what do we think. You know, starting to see a face there already, you know. Let's kind of reiterate those areas we need to. You know, once I start seeing a face, my imagination, I almost see like a full rendered image, and then I try to go in there and start drawing that image as fast as I can before it leaves my imagination. But the more I draw on it, the more it changes in my imagination, and it's fleeting, and it's not similar. And I'm sure you're having a similar experience yourself, where as I draw on the image, it's like, oh, you're changing it, but also like what it changes to is a new, you know, workable image. But now I'm going to my blending brush to kind of bring out some gray areas and bring out some. The blending brush kind of brings out like some gray tones. I think it really starts the first step of kind of adding a third dimension to the drawing. And some of these times I'll just reiterate these really loose contour lines that I made initially. And it gives a little bit of flavor to it. It makes it feel like some of these lines are a lot more intentional and to be considered a little more. Okay, and then we'll go back to our main pencil tool here, main brush tool I mean, and start darkening the pupils. As soon as I darken the pupils, you can kind of see how his personality starts to come out. As soon as you start to put that layer of darkness into his pupils, it's like, there's a person, there's a personality, there's some kind of consciousness come to life. Let's go ahead and give him his eyebrows. Eyebrows do that too. They don't really give him they don't really give the faces a full like consciousness, but they do like, oh yeah, there's a face, you know, when there's an eyebrow there, it kind of, the eyebrows frame your face. They really do. Your eyebrows do. Adding those nostrils there, shadow in between the lips, the corners of the mouths here, underneath his bottom lip, underneath his chin. Yeah, I know y'all see that face. So I'll go back to my mixer tool just to soften some of these areas a little bit. Sometimes that stark blackness can kind of add too much contrast, kind of pull away from the realism in these parts. So we'll go back to our main brush tool with a white. Highlight there, highlight there. Look at that guy. Highlight on his nose, highlight here on this bottom lip probably. Could do with maybe one here. Yeah, look at my dude. Look at my guy. Yeah, there's definitely a personality there. What's up, buddy? How many cans of wet food do you get a night? How many cans of wet food do you get, my dude? Right. So now, let's add a little flavor here, a little flavor here. You know, like we do a little bit on that cheek, a little bit on that cheek, so it kind of, maybe it feels like some freckles. Edge of his nose, maybe. These splatters, it's so nice in Photoshop, you can undo it. There's no undo in life. That's real talk. Many times I wish there was. There he is. My man. He's very loud and fussy tonight. He wants a second can of wet food. I'm not sure how healthy that is to just keep loading you up with cans of wet food, bro. I'll give you another one though, but I don't think you're supposed to get a bunch of cans of wet food like that. Crazy man. Alright, so we could do this thing here. Thanks so much for watching me do these scribbles. Please go to the link below and check out some of my feature films, my music, and other art from this series. And remember, if you're having a tough time, take it out on art, not yourself. I'll see you next time.